People think humanity's greatest discovery was the wheel, or agriculture, or electricity. They're wrong, because long before cities existed, before language became words, before governments, money, or religion, there was fire. And here's the disturbing part. The moment humans learned to control it, we stopped being just another animal and started becoming something else, something dangerous, because fire didn't just change the world around us, it changed the thing inside our skulls. And without it, you might not even be capable of understanding this sentence. Imagine living 500,000 years ago. No houses, no roads, no screens, no certainty. Only darkness, darkness everywhere. When the sun disappeared, the world transformed into something terrifying. Predators came out. The temperature dropped. Every sound hidden behind trees could mean death. Ancient humans weren't kings of Earth. They weren't even close. They were weak, slow, no claws, no fangs, no armor, just fragile creatures with soft skin and fear. For millions of years, humans lived near the bottom of the food chain, and nature did not care. Every day was survival. Every night was a gamble. But then something strange happened. Somewhere, maybe after lightning struck a tree, maybe after a forest burned, someone saw something impossible, a glowing thing, bright, alive, moving, destroying, creating, fire, and that human faced a decision: run from it or touch it. Think about how insane that moment was, because every instinct in your body says one thing: stay away. Fire burns, fire hurts, fire kills. Every animal on Earth understands this. Even today, animals fear it. But one strange species did something different. We got closer, closer, and closer. Not because we understood it, but because curiosity overpowered fear. And this is where everything changed, because the first human didn't invent fire. Nature already had fire. Lightning made fire, volcanoes made fire, the sun made fire. No, humanity's real achievement was far stranger. We captured it. We took something wild and terrifying and forced it to stay. Imagine carrying burning branches back to a cave, protecting tiny flames from rain, guarding them through the night, feeding them, keeping them alive, almost like a pet, almost like a child. Because if that fire died, everything changed. And this wasn't just about warmth, this was survival itself. Suddenly, predators stayed away. Suddenly, nights became longer. Suddenly, cold places became possible. Suddenly, darkness wasn't absolute anymore. For the first time in history, humans pushed back against nature, and nature blinked. But that wasn't the biggest change, not even close, because the real revolution wasn't outside the cave, it was inside the human body. And this is the part almost nobody talks about. Cooking. Sounds boring. Almost laughably simple. Take food, heat it, eat it. That's all. Except it wasn't. Cooking changed reality. Raw meat is difficult to chew. Raw plants are difficult to digest. Your body wastes huge amounts of energy processing them. Ancient humans spent hours eating. Hours. Some animals today spend almost their entire day chewing food just to survive. But fire did something strange. It pre-digested food. It broke things down before they even entered the body. Suddenly, humans got more calories, more energy, less effort. And then something terrifying happened. That extra energy had to go somewhere. So evolution made a trade. Smaller guts, bigger brains. Think about that. The fire outside the cave may have created the fire inside your head. Your thoughts, your imagination, your ability to dream, your ability to wonder who you are, all of it may trace back to flames dancing in darkness. And suddenly, this story isn't really about fire anymore. It's about consciousness itself. Because nights changed too. Before fire, darkness meant sleep. Darkness ended life for the day. But fire created something humans had never really experienced before. Extra time. Hours of safety after sunset. People gathered around flames. And for the first time, They talked. They stared into the moving light, shared stories, shared fears, shared memories. Maybe someone pointed toward stars. Maybe someone imagined monsters. Maybe someone lied. Maybe someone laughed. Maybe someone wondered, why are we here? And somewhere in those nights, civilization quietly began. Not with buildings, not with kings, but with people sitting around burning wood. But fire had another side, a darker side, because once humans learned to control nature, they wanted more. Fire could protect, but fire could also destroy. Forests burned, animals were trapped, land changed, enemies died. The same thing that gave warmth also became a weapon, and that pattern never stopped. Because humans kept repeating it, fire became furnaces, furnaces became engines, engines became factories, factories became bombs. The same discovery that cooked food eventually created explosions capable of erasing cities. And suddenly, a disturbing question appears. Was fire humanity's greatest discovery or humanity's first dangerous addiction? Because ever since that first flame, we've been obsessed with power, bigger power, faster power, more power. We've never really stopped feeding the fire. We just changed its shape. Look around you, the lights above your head, your phone, cars, cities, entire economies, civilization itself. Everything traces back to one ancient decision. A human moved closer to something everyone else feared. And maybe that's the strangest thing about our species. We are terrified of dangerous things, but we're also hypnotized by them. We look into fire and see possibility. We look into the unknown and move forward anyway. Sometimes that curiosity builds worlds. Sometimes it destroys them. Because this isn't really a story about fire. It's a story about us. About the strange creature willing to touch the thing that burns. The creature willing to risk pain for understanding. The creature willing to stare into chaos and imagine control. Millions of years later, we're still doing the same thing. Artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, machines smarter than humans. Every generation discovers a new fire. Every generation believes it can control it, and every generation tells itself the same story. This time will be different. Maybe humanity's greatest strength was never intelligence. Maybe it was something far more dangerous, curiosity. Because curiosity dragged us out of caves, built civilizations, touched the stars, and may eventually destroy us. But we keep moving toward the flames anyway. Because deep down, humans have always been creatures of fire. And perhaps the most unsettling thought of all is that we're still sitting around that first campfire, just with better technology. The first human who reached for fire didn't just change history. They changed what it meant to be human.